Good evening, Grey Wolf. Grey Wolf 9 here. I have a tradition at home that I've had for 24 years where I read a story to my children on the holidays. I would like to take a moment and share that story with you. 'Twas the night before combat, when all through the fob, not a creature was stirring, not even a dog. The machine guns were hung by the front gate with care, in the hopes that Bin Laden would soon be there. The soldiers were nestled all snug in their chew, with visions of insurgents dancing in their heads, and Top in his fleece and I in my cap had just settled down for a short winter's nap. When out in the sector there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my cot to see what was the matter. Away to their window I flew like a flash. I tore open the door, ready to kick some ass. The moon shined down and glittered on trash and sand, and the nods gave a luster of midday to objects in the land. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature bongo and 8 tiny queers, with a little old Haji driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment that he was a prick. More rapid than wolves, the colonel he came, and he whistled and shouted and called Grey Wolf by name. Now chargers, now blacksmith, now warhorse and hammer, on gladiator and steel dragon, headhunter and saber. To the end of the alley, to the top of the wall, now bash away, bash away, bash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, they took to the sky. So up to the housetop the OPs they flew, and Bradleys full of men and tankers too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the road the clanking and grinding of each little track. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the street the insurgent, he came in a bound. He was all dressed in rags from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all covered with blood and soot. A bundle of weapons he flew from his back, and Joe looked like a killer with a target in sight. His eyes, how they twinkle, as his fingers squeezed tight. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head, and I knew in that moment the insurgent was dead. Joe spoke not a word, but continued his work, picked up his ruck, and he turned with a jerk, and waving his hand and giving me a nod, off to the Brad he ran. The TC gave a whistle, and away they all took off like wolves in a pack. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Watch out, you insurgents, till the next fight." Happy holidays from Grey Wolf 6 and I. Be safe. We'll see you on the high ground. Hooah.